N400 Part 9, U.S. Citizenship Interview. Full yes-no questions. 80 important words. Let's begin. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen, in writing or any other way? No. What does claim mean? To say something without proof. To say something without proof. What does claim to be a U.S. citizen mean? To say you are a U.S. citizen. To say you are a U.S. citizen. Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? No. What does register mean? To sign up. To sign up. What does vote mean? To elect a new leader. To elect a new leader. Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States? No. Do you know what owe taxes means? To owe the government money. To owe the government money. What does owe any overdue taxes mean? Didn't pay taxes on time. Didn't pay taxes on time. Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident? No. What is a non-resident alien? A person who is not a U.S. resident. A person who is not a U.S. resident. What does file a tax return mean? To send a tax form to the government. To send a tax form to the government. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world? No. Tell me what the Communist Party is. No freedom, like Cuba or China. No freedom, like Cuba or China. What is a totalitarian party? A party that controls all power. A party that controls all power. Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any opposition to all organized government? No. Have you ever been a member of, or involved in world communism? No. Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship? No. What is a totalitarian dictatorship? A government where people have no power. A government where people have no power. Have you ever advocated any of the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law? No. What does overthrow mean? To remove a government by force. To remove a government by force. What are unconstitutional means? Methods not allowed by the Constitution. Methods not allowed by the Constitution. Have you ever advocated any of the unlawful assaulting or killing of any officer or officers of the government of the United States, or of any other organized government, because of their official character? No. What does unlawful assaulting mean? To attack someone illegally. To attack someone illegally. Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property? No. Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any sabotage? No. What is sabotage? To damage or destroy something. To damage or destroy something. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property? No. What is a weapon? Like a knife, gun, or bomb. Like a knife, gun, or bomb. What is an explosive? Something that can cause an explosion. Something that can cause an explosion. Engaged, participated in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation. No. What does kidnapping mean? To take someone illegally by force. To take someone illegally by force. What is assassination? To kill a famous or important person. To kill a famous or important person. What is hijacking? Taking control of a vehicle by force. Taking control of a vehicle by force. Threatened, attempted, tried. Conspired, planned with others. Prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited, encouraged others to commit any of the acts listed in item numbers 6.a or 6.b. No. What does threaten mean? To say you will hurt someone. To say you will hurt someone. What does conspired mean? To plan secretly to do something illegal. To plan secretly to do something illegal. What does incited mean? To encourage illegal action. To encourage illegal action. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture? No. Do you understand the word torture? To cause great pain to someone. To cause great pain to someone. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in genocide? No. How do you define genocide? Killing a whole race. Killing a whole race. Have you ever participated in killing or trying to kill any person? No. What does kill mean? Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in intentionally and severely injuring or trying to injure any person? No. What does injure mean? Have you ever participated in any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent, did not agree, or was unable to consent, could not agree, or was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else? No. What is sexual contact or activity? Touching private parts of someone. Touching private parts of someone. Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in not letting someone practice their religion? No. What is religion? The belief in a god or gods. The belief in a god or gods. Have you ever participated in causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? No. What is suffering? Physical or mental pain that a person. Physical or mental pain that a person. Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any military or police unit? No. What is a military unit? The official army for a country. The official army for a country. What is a police unit? A group that enforces the law. A group that enforces the law. Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any armed group, for example, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group? No. What is a paramilitary unit? Like a military group but not official. Like a military group but not official. What is a rebel group? A group that fights the government. A group that fights the government. What is a guerrilla group? An armed group against the government. An armed group against the government. Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained, forced to stay? For example, a prison, jail, prison camp, a camp where prisoners of war or political prisoners are kept, detention facility, or labor camp. Or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people? No. What does to be detained mean? Held in custody by police. Held in custody by police. What is prison or jail? A place where prisoners are kept. A place where prisoners are kept. What is a detention facility? A place where people are forced to stay. A place where people are forced to stay. What is a labor camp? A place where people are forced to work. A place where people are forced to work. Were you ever a part of any group? Or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person, or threatened to do so? No. If you answered yes to item number 10.a, when you were part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever use a weapon against another person? No. If you answered yes to item number 10.a, when you were part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever threaten another person that you would use a weapon against that person? No. Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons, which you knew or believed would be used against another person? No. Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military type training? No. What is weapons training? Learning how to use a gun. Learning how to use a gun. What is paramilitary training? Learning how to fight in combat. Learning how to fight in combat. What is military-type training? Learning how to fight in combat. Learning how to fight in combat. Have you ever recruited, asked, enlisted, signed up, conscripted, required to join, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted or worked with others to do so? No. What does recruit mean? To ask someone to join the armed forces. To ask someone to join the armed forces. Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities or attempted or worked with others to do so? No. Have you ever participated in combat or providing services related to combat, such as serving as a messenger or transporting supplies? No. Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? No. What does commit mean? To do something wrong or illegal. To do something wrong or illegal. What is a crime? An action that breaks the law. An action that breaks the law. What is an offense? A minor crime. A minor crime. What does to be arrested mean? To be handcuffed by the police. To be handcuffed by the police. Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, in the U.S. or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense? No. What does to be cited mean? Given a ticket by police. Given a ticket by police. What does to be confined mean? To be kept in a place. To be kept in a place. What does to be charged mean? To be accused of a crime. To be accused of a crime. If you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole? No. Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution? No. Do you know what procure means? To find a prostitute for somebody. To find a prostitute for somebody. Please tell me what a prostitute is. Someone who has sex for money. Someone who has sex for money. What is prostitution? The work of a prostitute. The work of a prostitute. Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled, trafficked any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country? No. What does smuggle mean? To take things to a country illegally. To take things to a country illegally. What are controlled substances? Drugs controlled by the government. Drugs controlled by the government. What are illegal drugs or narcotics? Like heroin or cocaine. Like heroin or cocaine. What is drug paraphernalia? Equipment used with illegal drugs. Equipment used with illegal drugs. Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? No. Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? No. What is an immigration benefit? Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship. Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship. Have you ever helped anyone to enter, or try to enter, the United States illegally? No. What does illegally mean? Not allowed by the law. Not allowed by the law. Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? No. Tell me what illegal gambling means. To play a game for money illegally. To play a game for money illegally. Have you ever failed to support your dependents, pay child support, or to pay alimony? No. What does pay alimony mean? To pay money to an ex-spouse after divorce. To pay money to an ex-spouse after divorce. Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? No. How do you define misrepresentation? The act of giving false information. The act of giving false information. What is public benefit? Welfare like food stamps, housing, or healthcare. Welfare like food stamps, housing, or healthcare. Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? No. What is fraudulent? Intended to deceive somebody. Intended to deceive somebody. What is misleading? Giving somebody the wrong idea. Giving somebody the wrong idea. Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States, or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States? No. What does lie mean? To say something that is not true. To say something that is not true. Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings? No. Do you know removal is? Making someone leave the U.S. Making someone leave the U.S. What is deportation proceeding? A legal process to remove a person. A legal process to remove a person. Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States? No. What does to be deported mean? To be forced to leave the U.S. To be forced to leave the U.S. Are you a person born as a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays? No. Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the U.S. Armed Forces? No. What are U.S. Armed Forces? U.S. Military, Navy, Air Force, Space Force. U.S. Military, Navy, Air Force, Space Force. Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from military service in the U.S. Armed Forces? No. Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? No. Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? No. What is a hereditary title? A royal title is a prince or princess. A royal title such as a prince or princess. Do you know what an order of nobility is? A position given by a king or queen. A position given by a king or queen. If you answered yes to item number 30.a, are you willing to give up any inherited titles or orders of nobility that you have in a foreign country at your naturalization ceremony? Yes. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Yes. What is the Constitution? It's the supreme law of the land. It's the supreme law of the land. Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Yes. Do you know what allegiance is? To be loyal to something. To be loyal to something. Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developed disability or mental impairment? No. What is the oath of allegiance to the United States? A promise to be loyal to the United States. What is developmental disability? A condition that limits development. A condition that limits development. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Yes. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Yes. What does bear arms mean? To own or use a gun to fight. To own or use a gun to fight. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Yes. What are non-combatant services? Services that do not involve combat. Services that do not involve combat. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Yes. What is work of national importance? Tasks that are important to a nation. Tasks that are important to a nation. What is a civilian direction? A direction from a person who is not in the military. A direction from a person who is not in the military. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more.